From being an actress to a singer, sketch writer, producer, and so much more, especially as a Spanish Harlem native growing up on the Upper West Side in New York City, she's just been all over the place working on multiple projects. This whole story about her could go on and on forever, but we're thrilled to have her on for our 6th season premiere, so please welcome the one and only Marlene Villafane. Wow. Yes. Hello. I mean, we go back a long time, you know.
We really do.
But this is actually your first appearance on this show
my
here.
Very first appearance. I used to work in the remote control room to help you out in the show, behind the scenes, and now in front.
Yeah.
I feel honored to be here to be your guest.
Well, thank our show for everything,
Thank you.
You know, but basically, there's so much I want to get to because, you've been doing a lot here because I know one of the things that I know I helped you. I know I was one of the co-producers in helping you with your show.
Yeah.
Are you a star?
Thank you, and thank you for helping me.
Yes. Are you still doing that show?
I'm not. I don't do it live, although the time slot is live.
Yeah.
So for the meantime, what I've been doing, I've been uploading older episodes and playing the older shows.
Yes.
And with my help, with a fellow member of who's also producing, he helps me too.
So out of all the shows that you've done, what would you say would be considered like your all-time favorite that you enjoy doing?
God, it's so many. There are
so many. It is so many, you know.
I would say that we had Sabrina Cleary on. Mm-hmm. She's an amazing singer, and I loved her on. She's so soulful and beautiful, and she would come with her small band into the studio and just rock it with her sultry voice. And I enjoyed her. I enjoyed also singing with my trio, a trio that I sang with as well, and doing my one-woman show.
Yes.
Yes.
Your one big show. Tell us about your one big show that you're doing because it's more of like I think a Broadway type. And I'm assuming. Why don't you tell us more?
Well, I was doing. I wrote a one-woman show. I started writing it around maybe 2011.
2011.
And then so in 2016, I entered in a competition for one-person shows called the One Festival, and I won the festival that year, the 11th annual. So I went on the next year. They had me on to do a special performance the year after that. So since then, I've been tweaking it and revising it, and I've even wrote some original music for it because I've been using some cover songs. So I took some of those cover songs out and implemented, some original songs, and I just made it more current. I just made it more current, and I had to do some of that stuff.
This is the 2016 award that you won. That you're referring to, like, what was your immediate response when you got that award?
When I got that award, gosh,
you probably might have been like I couldn't believe it. Some people have different expressions, but I'm just curious, what was your reaction, your response when you got that award? I was
very, I don't know how to say, I was elated. I was so thrilled and elated. And my family was there. My cousin was there. I had my family with. It was good to have them there to witness that. And I just felt like, I deserved it. I rocked it, and and had the support of people. And I'm just really grateful that I was able to win that and to. Yes. And I have a show that I'm tweaking now. I can take that show and tweak it, and then bring it to another arena, which I'm really, really excited about.
Yes, just bring it to another arena and to the next level, basically.
It's called Marlene Goes to Hollywood. That was the name of the show.
Oh,
Goes to Hollywood.
Well, it could be Marlene and Dave going to Hollywood, because I want to go back to Hollywood, too. Get out of here.
Marlene and Dave go to Hollywood.
All right, let's not get too hot over here, because this is don't believe it. But listen, because, there's so much that information I've gotten, because, we were talking behind the scenes, you thought it was Spanish Harlem. Spanish Harlem happens to be, I found out, El Barrio.
El Barrio, yes.
Yes.
And we're in it right now.
That's it.
This is it. We're in El Barrio now.
Yeah,
El Barrio.
Yeah, I always thought of El Barrio as it could be also north of 168th Washington Heights, because I've been in that area a lot here through my childhood, where so much has going on.
It's really this area here, East Harlem, would be the El Barrio.
Oh, yeah. But, it's well, besides from that, but it's like you have been like in like you were like in so much. You've been a busy woman for the past 25 years or so. And I'm choking over here while I'm just saying that. Because I remember reading you were in the talk show Christina. I remember that show.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that was like
years ago. Decades ago.
I was a little girl when that happened. I was such a child.
Tell us about that. So, like, what is it that...
I will say, like, because I grew up with both languages, English and Spanish, and then I started switching more into English, talking more English, and then not practicing the Spanish enough. But that's changed now. I'm practicing more the Spanish and the English. So the balance is better now with me speaking both languages. But I had a little bit of a trepidation back then about speaking Spanish, because it is a show in Spanish. But I said, no, I'm going to be all right. Have faith, confidence, do it. You're going to do it. And you have to sort of like kick that out and just say no, turn the trepidation around and make that trepidation your friend and just turn it around and turn it into confidence and just do it, And I actually did it and came out fine, came out fine.
Wow.
And they understood. Christina understands that some of us were not probably as fluent in Spanish, or we spoke enough, but she was very sweet. She was very
yes. What is like a couple lessons that you learned from Christina, like after appearing on that show?
Lessons that I learned
in terms of like, has Christina given you any advice in the future or anything?
She hasn't personally. She hasn't given me advice. But I admire Christina, just her, what she's done and her show, and just being this wonderful, having a wonderful persona and having a great connection with people. And I mean, her show ran for so many years.
Yes.
But I just admire Christina. I admire what she stands for.
Oh yes, definitely, because She is a great person as well, because I remember seeing her not only on the own show, but on other appearances like George Lopez.
Oh, she was on George Lopez. I did
Hollywood
see that.
Squares.
Hollywood Squares. So she's crossed over. She really has crossed over beautifully. Like Eugenio Derbez. Eugenio Derbez is another one who has crossed over beautifully. That's another man that I look forward to working with.
Yes, indeed. There was one. I also read something where you're working on like films that are currently in the works here.
Yes.
Tell us about that here.
Yes, I've been recently in the past couple of years. I've landed a lot of feature roles and supporting roles in independent films, and I just actually for this past month, the last month, January, I already worked on 2 different films. Independent films, and it's been wonderful. I mean, the people that I work with have been great. A lot of it's intention. I've been setting my intention to do that, and I've stuck through it, and it's manifested for me because I'm really big on manifestation, like manifestation consciously through your thoughts and what you want, your intentions, and the right people, the people will come along and help you with what you want, and that's exactly what's been happening with the acting and the singing as well.
Yes. So out of all the things that you've done, even during the pandemic, because we're going like beyond past the pandemic, but how has the pandemic affected you in terms of doing all this, from like acting, performing, and singing, and doing all these other film projects that you've done over the past few years?
Well, it's pushed me to start creating things because I'm a comedian. I'm like a sketch comedian, and I love comedy. And I decided when the pandemic hit, I said, this is what I want to do. Let me start doing sketches. I'm going to start filming sketches in my bedroom. I use my bedroom as my studio. I got myself a pop-up. I got different characters. Yeah, pop-up,
Oh, I thought you said a pop-up bear. I'm like,
oh, no, a pop-up, like a background pop-up,
Oh, yes.
That one side is gray, the other is blue, and then I started doing different characters and using the living room as a, absolutely, I did it. See, I'm glad you're laughing because
you're making me laugh right now.
That's good. But that's a good thing. So I'm funny. And I like that the people are laughing, and that's important to laugh. So I really started doing that, and I started editing, learning how to do basic editing and all that stuff, and just putting my sketches together and just boom, all over social media, boom, different characters.
Boom.
Oh yeah. Wigs, I got myself a bunch of wigs and all that for different characters. Wigs, different accents. And things like
I'm pretty sure I've seen that a lot on social media. You know, it's just so much here. You know, to all this, but you know, I really wish we just had more time with you.
I know.
The time just goes so quick.
It goes so quickly. It does. Oh my gosh, it goes so quickly.
You're more than welcome here anytime. Maybe we'll do a duet one day here
Oh
for sure.
my gosh. A comical duet.
Yes.
But no, I that's a good question. I mean, the pandemic has been, I turned it around and I said, no, this is an opportunity for me to start creating what I always wanted to do. And you have to start somewhere. You know, you got to do something, create anything. If it's poetry, fine, you know, but something. Actors need to create their own vehicles, you know, they really should.
So we'll work on that when the next time you come, for sure, definitely. Yes. Our special thanks to the talented Marlene Villafane. We'll be right back, y'all.
Thank you.